Okay, so today we're going to review and cook the Swedish meatloaves by the HelloFresh menu. And this is what it's supposed to look like. Let's see if we can prepare it and make it look like this. Okay, step one is the prep. Okay, so step one, you adjust your rack to the upper position and preheat your oven to 425. Wash and dry all the produce, peel the carrots, then cut on a diagonal into 1/3 inch thick coins, half any large coins. Dice potatoes into 1-inch cubes, half and peel your onion, then mince until you have 1/4 cup, and finally chop your parsley. So let's get the bag and see what all's in it. Okay, so this is a Swedish meatloaf bag. This is what it looks like, and I'll show you. You have ground beef, a piece of bread, carrots, comes with ground nutmeg, comes with parsley, comes with a little jar of red currant jam, a huge onion, a little reduced fat milk, and a meatloaf mix with garlic, onion, thyme, and basil. And looks like 4 or 5 of these potatoes. 5 potatoes. And another, that's the flour and wheat flour, I guess. There's one more item here. The beef, I guess it's the beef stock. Okay, so I'm going to do step one, the prep, and then I'll get right back and show you step two. Okay, so we've washed the vegetables, we have peeled the carrots and diced them. We did the potatoes, we did the onions, and we did the parsley. There's the carrots and potatoes, there's the onions and the parsley. Now step two is to cook the veggies, so you toss the carrots on a baking sheet with a drizzle of oil and a large pinch of salt and pepper. Roast in oven for 15 minutes. We'll add more to the sheet then. Meanwhile, place potatoes in a medium pot with a large pinch of salt and enough water to cover by 1 inch. Bring to a boil and cook until tender, about 15 minutes. Drain and return to empty pot of heat. So we're going to cook the carrots on a cookie sheet in the oven, and the potatoes we're going to boil on the stove, and we'll come back for step 3 after we get that done. Okay, while the vegetables are cooking, we're going to shape the meatloaf. So in a medium bowl, you combine your bread and 3 tablespoons of milk. Break up bread with your hands until pasty. Thoroughly mix in beef, 2 tablespoons of minced onion, half the parsley, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/2 teaspoon of meatloaf mix, salt and pepper, and shape mixture into 2 1-inch tall loaves. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll bring you back to see the results. Okay, it's been 15 minutes on the vegetables. They are not quite done yet, so I'm going to let them cook another 10 minutes. There's the potatoes, there's the carrots. They're not quite tender enough, so we'll let them go another 10 minutes. And here are the meatloaves shaped, added onions and parsley and salt and pepper and spices that they sent. Flatten them down to about 1 inch, and now they're going in the skillet. Now it says cook meatloaves on step 4. So I heated oil in a large pan and I added the meatloaves, and now I'm going to cook them until browned on the surface but not yet cooked through, about 3 minutes per side. Once the carrots have roasted about 15 minutes, remove sheet from oven and give carrots a toss. Add meatloaves to same sheet and place in oven. Bake until meatloaves are cooked through and carrots are tender, about 15 minutes. So we're going to brown the meatloaves 3 minutes on each side and then add them to the carrots and put it back in the oven for 15 minutes. Okay, they've cooked 3 minutes on this side. We're going to change it over to the other side and let them cook 3 minutes on that side. This is just browning them, not actually cooking them. Potatoes are done. Got them turned off. And so we'll wait 3 minutes for this, and then we're going to put it in the oven. Okay, so they've browned on both sides. They're going back in the oven for 15 minutes with the carrots. Carrots are going back in too. Okay, so now we're going to make the gravy while that's baking in the oven, and it says to melt 1 tablespoon of butter in the same pan over medium heat. Add remaining minced onion. Cook, tossing until soft, about 2 minutes. Add your flour and cook, stirring until pasty, about 1 minute. Slowly whisk in a half a cup of water, followed by stock concentrate. That's the stuff they sent. And 1/4 cup of milk. And bring to a simmer, then whisk until thickened, about 1 minute. Season with salt, pepper, and a pinch of nutmeg to taste. Tip is add more water if too thick. So I'm going to whip up the gravy and let you see what it looks like. Okay, so this is our gravy that we just made, and that gravy step, it is done. The meat is cooking in the oven and the potatoes are ready to be mashed. So we're going to the next step. Okay, step 6, finish and serve. Place your pot with your potatoes over low heat and add 1/4 cup of milk and a tablespoon of butter. Mash until smooth. Season with salt and pepper. Divide potatoes and meatloaf between plates and drizzle with gravy. Add carrots and jam to the side and garnish with remaining parsley. Alright, so I'm going to follow that step and come. Okay, here's the little meatloaves. They cooked for 15 minutes in the oven after we browned them. The carrots might have cooked a little too long, but I think they still look good. The gravy is ready to go. The potatoes are ready to go. So we're going to try this, and then we'll let you know how good it is, if you should try it or not.